Hi guys, welcome to my channel Sex Talk with Kissa, where we discuss all things sex and yum. The aim of the channel, like I've always said, is to normalize the topic of sex. We're making it easy, breezy, light. And by that, all we mean is that we want to normalize the topic of sex. We want to make it such that it's not an embarrassment to us or to our partners when we speak about sex. It's not something that we offend our partners with when we discuss certain things, or we want to bring certain things up, or we want to try certain things, or if we've watched something or read a certain article, we want it to be such that we could go to our partners and say, this is what I read, this is what I saw, this is what I heard. Can we try this? And we want our partners in turn to feel the same way with us, that they could come to us with any and everything regarding sex, as long as it is bettering our sex lives as a couple. So that is the aim of this channel. We're normalizing the topic of sex. We're taking away the embarrassment. We're taking away the taboo that's always attached to the topic of sex. And all we're doing is we're making it, like we say, easy, breezy, and light. We do understand that things can get pretty hot and heavy in terms of life and our responsibilities and all of the above. But with this channel, we then want to make things easy, breezy, and light, so that we can all enjoy a healthy, sexy life. Because that's what it's about. It's about having a healthy sex life. If we can't have a healthy sex life, then what is it that we're doing? If we can't be open and honest with our partners, whether it be our husbands, our wives, our lifelong partners, then who else are we to be comfortable with in order to open up and to discuss the things that we think are taboo? So that's all this channel is about. So quickly, just as we were recording, we had load shedding, and for the people that don't understand, load shedding in our part of the world is just our electricity goes off for like a few hours, and it's just our country's way of preserving electricity so that we have electricity for longer periods of time, so everyone gets to share in the electricity experience. I know it's not ideal, but just apologies for the difference in lighting today's video, but I think our lighting is pretty sexy, it's pretty cozy. I think it looks quite good. So just so because the video looks a bit different today, so that is the explanation. We've just had load shedding now. So that will happen for about 4 hours, but until then, we'll carry on with the video because life goes on, sex goes on, and we just keep it moving. So the last video I did was on squirting and how to. I explained how to squirt, how to go about it, what to do. And I had a few questions that came in just regarding squirting, and I thought before I move on to another video, I think it's maybe important that I just address those questions. So if you don't mind, I'll go into those questions and try to answer them, and just maybe chit chat about, other things on top of that, as opposed to only just that. But it's important for me to go through the questions because they did come through and it's concerning that video. So here are the questions, right? So the first question is, my partner asked if I can loosen up more. What does he want me to do? I didn't respond. I actually froze. Okay, so this one is not specifically concerning squirting, but it is in terms of this person wants this lady's partner, husband wants her to loosen up more. So this would be my advice to women. If a man says, whether you watched the videos together, whether you didn't, whether it's just him, being free enough to open up and expose a bit of what he's feeling to you, so don't take it as an offense. Actually be very grateful, be very, very grateful and thankful that he's opening up in a respectful way and saying, you know, he wants you to open up a bit more, and you're asking now, what can you do? You didn't want to ask him, you say you froze, so you're now asking, you know, what can you do? So when a man says, open up a bit more, it just means that he wants you. And men, please feel free to comment in the comment section and just let us know what your feedback is. I think when a man says open up a bit more, he probably wants you to just be more free, maybe be more expressive in the way you maybe show him that you're enjoying what he's doing, whether it's a kiss or a touch. You know, if he kisses you a certain way or he touches you a certain way, maybe you don't have any expression, or you don't sigh, or you don't feel it, or, you know, if he kisses your neck, you're quiet, or if he licks you down there and gives you all that yummy lick, maybe you don't respond. Maybe, you know, when he scratches you or holds you close, maybe you're not used to expressing how you feel. So you may feel good. I mean, he may lick you, you may feel good, but you're not used to expressing how you feel, so you keep everything in, although, you know, you feel it, you love it, you like it. So he's just saying open up a bit more. It means if he touches you, he just wants to know that he's doing the right thing. If he kisses you, if he licks you, if he goes deep in you, and you have to let your man know when he's doing the right thing. If you're not going to be verbal in terms of letting your man know that he's doing the right thing, then you're going to have to give him some kind of indication that he's doing the right thing. You know, if you feel it, like gasp, moan, if you're not going to say it, then you're going to have to feel it, but outwardly feel it, so that he knows that he's making you feel good, and he's making you feel loved and yummy and all those good things. So in terms of opening up, ladies, we have to open up and let our men know that we love what they're doing, and we love it and we feel it. And also men, I'm going to say the same thing for men, you know. When we do something right, you have to let us know. Tell us, whether it's a gasp, whether it's a moan, whether it's whether you grab us and pull us closer. We just want to know that we're doing the right thing. And both sides, you know, men and women, we want to know that we're doing the right thing. So I think opening up is for both men and women, and not only women alone. We all want to feel like we're doing the right thing. We want to feel like we're making our partners feel loved and appreciated. And whether it's just kissing, whether it's oral sex, whether it's your first time doing a blowjob, if you do have time, you can go back into the videos, and I keep saying, you know, see the video where I cover blowjobs. You know, if you're doing a blowjob, or you're doing a blowjob in the way I'm teaching, in, you know, for the first time, you kind of want to get feedback, or, you know, kind of feel like if you're doing it right, or even if it's not through my video, whether you've watched something on YouTube, or whether you've read something and you're trying it for the first time, you want to know that you're kind of doing it the right way. And I always said, you know, for men it's so easy, and for us ladies, if we want something done a certain way, it's so easy to just say, do it this way, do it that way, or lick me like this, suck me like this, hold me, you know, touch my testicles with one hand on my shaft. Ladies, I always say, wet hands, you know, you don't want to be dry. You can't give your man a blowjob with dry hands. Wet hands, if you're going to put saliva, if you're going to use some maybe yummy coconut oil, or a nice lubricant, even like nice yummy flavored lubricant. But you want your hands to be moist and slippery, and one hand on the shaft and one hand on his testicles. And while you go all the way down and swivel down and up, you want to just caress his testicles gently. And, you know, guys, if that's happening and your partner is doing this for the first time, or she's either watched the video or she's learning, try to give feedback. And if it's something that you don't like, or there's something that you do prefer, rather be open and say, try this, baby. You know, you can do it in a gentle, loving way, like, oh, baby, try this, try that. And ladies, don't be offended when your partner comes back and says you try this, try that. And men as well. Don't be offended if your lady says, can you lick me this way, or touch me this way, or touch my boob, or squeeze me this way, or kiss my neck. You know, there's just so much information available now that it doesn't necessarily mean that your partner is with someone else or seeing someone else and then they're trying or want to try this stuff with you. It just means that there's so much information available to us now. And it should be, like we say, easy, breezy, and light for your person to come to you and say, let's try this. So I hope that answers that question. Opening up just means opening up more in terms of moan and let your partner know that he's doing the right thing. And if you want him to do something more, then you should be open enough to say, oh baby, try this, let's try that. And partner, don't be offended when your partner suggests. Okay, so I hope the opening up part at least answers that part of the question, and play with it, feel free with it, guys. Okay, the next one is with squirting. So this refers to the video that I did with squirting, and I thought I'll just go over these questions because they've come after the squirting video. So the question goes, with squirting, what if I don't do the steps right and I don't squirt? What then? Okay, so before I had spoken about, squirting and, the fingering and the licking and just getting into the place, or the zone rather, getting into the zone of just, it's like it's a mixture of licking, it's a mixture of, fingering and, sucking. It's a mixture of everything. It's not just one thing. You're using your fingers, you're using your tongue, using your hands, you're caressing her boobs, you go up to her boobs, you kiss her boobs, you kiss her neck, you come back down, you're licking her, you're touching her, all these things are loosening up your partner. Ladies, you want to be loosened, you want to be in the moment, you have to be in the moment, you have to be relaxed, and you have to let everything go. Everything has to leave, and you have to be present 100%, feeling everything. And I said to women, you've probably felt this, ladies, many times before, whether it's during when your partner's sucking you, licking you, fingering you, and licking you at the same time, or whether it's penetration, there's a feeling that you get like you need to pee. And most times you'll hold because you think it's pee. But when you're right in the middle of intercourse and sex, or licking and touching and just in the middle of it, that is not pee. That is actually your squirt, your female ejaculation. So the female ejaculation, like I said, is in two forms or two types. It's either going to be a very liquidy spray out that's like, you think it's pee, but it's not pee. It's actually just a fluid that builds up into your gland and it drains out into your urethral pipe, the same pipe or the same strip that you pee from. So it's not pee, it's just the female ejaculation. So it can be either very watery, but a bit on the oily side, or it can be thick and creamy and white. But same thing, it's the same thing. And that gland actually fills up the more you get stimulated. So if you go back into my squirting video, you'll hear the science of it, if I can say so. And so don't be alarmed if, during intercourse you feel the sudden urge to pee. It's not pee. If you can just let go and just, that's actually you squirting. So whether your man is in you and riding you, whether he's fingering you and licking you, that urge to pee in the middle of intercourse, or in the middle of being sucked and licked, that's actually you about to squirt. So if you just relax and let go, you will squirt. So there isn't so much as a wrong way to do it. It's just that you have to be relaxed and to let go. You want to let go because the lady here says that, I don't know the steps and I don't know what to do, and what then? Or rather, what if I don't do the steps the right way and I don't know what to do? What then? So the steps are just that it has to involve licking, kissing. And when I say kissing, I'm not just talking about the lips here, I'm talking about the lips down there, the neck, the navel. It's like go wild, man, with the body, and just involve your woman and just kiss everywhere, lick everywhere, and just look for her emotions and look for her reactions, whether it's the nipples, whether it's the inner thighs, the wrists, man, the neck, the earlobes. You're just looking for reactions, and whenever you get a good reaction, you want to just concentrate there a bit, but not too much, and then move to the next part. And then obviously your focus is down there. Like I said, you're fingering and you're licking her clit and her labia at the same time, and just making sure she's wet, and the squirt will come. Ladies, when that pee feeling comes, you just need to let it go and loosen up. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. So the next part of the video, I'm just going to caution people that are a bit squirmish, because this question is a bit on the squirmish side for people who are a bit sensitive. It says squirting while on periods. Okay, can I squirt while I'm on my periods? I don't mean to be disgusting or to be messy, but is it possible to squirt while on periods? Okay, so I will say this before I go to the squirting on periods. I'll say this about squirting. No matter what the position is, no matter what position or no matter what situation you're in, when you are, in your lovemaking space, whether it's your room, whether it's the lounge, whether it's the car, wherever you're making love to your partner, you want to be relaxed. I keep saying relaxed, relaxed. You want to be free. You want to be open. So whatever your partner does to you, touches you, feels you, you're open to it, you feel it. You want to feel it. So that's the only way you're able to let go. And when that feeling, like like when a pee, when that urge comes, that's the only way for you to let go. It almost feels like a push out. And when you push out, that's you coming. And remember, that's you coming one way. And immediately after that, you're able to come via your clit. So you can have a squirt, and immediately after a squirt, your man can go down on you and lick you while fingering you gently, but lick your clit, suck your clit, run his tongue over your clit, and you can have a clitoral ejaculation after you've squirted. And after that, if he penetrates you with his penis, you can still have another cum that's your A spot that's behind, by your cervix. When that's stimulated, you could still have that cum. So you could squirt, you could have a clitoral ejaculation, and you could still come inside a vaginal ejaculation, where like your partner goes to the very back of your vagina and touches your A spot that's by the base of your cervix and stimulates that. So as women, it's so amazing how our bodies are made and how our vaginas are made. We can have 3 comes in one day. I know it sounds weird, but we can. So now, for anyone who is a bit squeamish or who will be offended by the next part, someone has asked, a lady has asked about, squirting while on your periods. If this is a part where it's not for you and you feel a bit squeamish, I'll understand if you need to log off. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll move on from here for anyone who's not squeamish and just cover this because it's really important. And I know a lot of us do have sex while we're on our period, and this is just another part of it to cover, to say yes you can, or how to go about it. So if this is a part where you need to log off, I understand, and see you in the next video. Okay, so the question was squirting while on periods. Can you squirt while on periods, and if so, how? So there is no difference. Look, when you're on your periods, actually you have a lot of blood flow concentrated to your vagina area. Your clit is going to be more sensitive. Your labia is going to be more sensitive. The inside of your vagina is going to be more sensitive. Everything's going to be more sensitive because you have all this blood flow concentrated there. So yes, you can squirt. So what I would suggest is, depending on how your flow is, a lot of people have a really heavy first, second day flow. So if you're going to be having sex on those days when the flow is really heavy, you want to make sure you rinse first, rinse yourself out really well and then have sex. If it's like a second, third day when things start to calm down a bit, same thing, you want to rinse off before sex. And it really is the same thing. It's your man fingering. Ladies, just be aware. Gents, be aware. It will be messy because it is that time of the month. But remember, women are really, really horny at this time of the month just because of the amount of blood flow that is, focused at the vagina area. So a lot of blood flow. So just be gentle but be firm at the same time. So yes, you can squirt. So normal like any other time, whether it's penetration, whether it's fingering and licking, you can squirt, and when that urge comes, just let go. If your man gets sprayed in the face or gets a bit of a squirt on him here and there, that is normal. That is what squirting is. The only thing, ladies, is to maybe put a towel down, something to protect your bed, and just let loose, The only thing with squirting is you have to be comfortable, even if you're on your period. You want to be comfortable and just let loose. Let loose. So when that urge comes, like you feel like you need to pee, you have to just let it go and just squirt. So yes, you can squirt, and you can have a very good squirt while you're on your periods, and probably will be the best one yet. So I hope I've answered this one for you guys, and I hope you guys will try and let me know how it goes. So until the next video, I hope I've answered you guys' questions, and I hope the squirting bit has been answered. So thank you guys so much for watching. It is so much fun, talking and laughing and chatting about these videos and all you answering you guys' questions. So until the next video, guys, depending where you guys are watching from, it's either a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good night. For us right now in SA, it's a good night with our load shedding, but hey, we take things as they come and we make the best of it. So good night, guys. Until the next video. Happy squirting. Bye, guys.